Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the eSports Report. We didn't have a show on Monday, so I didn't get to ask these questions that I'm about to ask Censor right now. So, Censor, welcome to the show. Of course, you are the captain of FaZe, a regular here on the eSports Report. And today, we're talking about some of the biggest moves from Season 3 so far. Karma saying he doesn't want to play for Evil Geniuses. We chronicled that. Parasite was benched most recently by FaZe. And now we're seeing something even more surprising. No one would ever think that we would see Karma and Parasite playing again, but somehow through a transaction, Karma has come to FaZe and Dito has gone to Evil Geniuses. Let's start with the Karma move. When you saw that Karma was available, was it FaZe reaching out to him to see if that could be a home for him, or how did this transaction come about?
Okay, so I'm going to go back to about a week ago, maybe 5-6 days ago. Karma hit me up on Skype and he asked me if Dito was going to join Evil Geniuses, and I didn't know. I didn't know what Dito was trying to do, but apparently him and Ix were talking to each other. So I just responded to Damon and I said, I honestly don't know. And then Damon said, apparently I'm...
We lost you, Censor. Mic mute, unpluggage, one of the two. All right, we're going to get Censor back on the line, but for those of you who might have missed it, here is the move. Starting off with the original FaZe lineup, it was Censor playing with Apathy, Dito, and Parasite. After the move, Karma was added to the team. Now, this is the only two-time world champion. He took it in Black Ops 2 with Frico Impact when Parasite was on that lineup, then went on to join Complexity, now Evil Geniuses, for Call of Duty Ghost. We have Censor back on the phone. Censor, sorry about that, my friend. We dropped you.
No worries, man.
Let's pick
before we
it up.
get into the question, does the mic still sound clear, or should I move to my Astros?
Your mic's good. Mic is
okay,
good.
it's good. Okay, cool.
So let's start it off. Karma reached out to you saying Dito is talking to EG. Where did it go from there?
Yeah, he asked me if Dito was going to join EG, and I knew Karma wanted to be out of EG. I think I contacted him about 2 weeks ago before that happened. He didn't respond to me. I thought that was going to be our roster, me, Parasite, Dito, App. I had no problems with it at all. Karma asked me if Dito was going to EG, and I told him I didn't know. And then Karma said, you know, I don't want to be on EG, and I pretty much asked him, do you want to join FaZe? And he said, yeah, I'd love to play with you, Parasite, Apathy, and I'll do everything I can to help you guys win. So once I heard those words, I pretty much, you know, thought it was a done deal. I asked Dito what his plans were, and he said he was talking to EG. So I said, okay, so we'll trade you to EG. I asked Tommy. Tommy approved of it, and then we got it all rolling.
Really? So it's that easy? Can we go back to the drama between you and Parasite? There was a video.
Yeah.
You called Parasite a dictator. You said you didn't get along with him, or there wasn't mutual respect. Now he's back on the starting lineup. Where did the change of heart come through?
Well, here's the thing. Parasite obviously is a great player. We did really good at Gfinity with him, and then at Dallas, our attitudes were completely different from what they were in London. So just moving forward with the team, even though we won the 2K, I decided to bench him later that night. You know, me and Apathy really felt that he was very disrespectful towards us. He didn't treat us with the same equal, I don't know how to explain it, but he wasn't an equal to us. He tried to act like he was up here, and we were down here. And it's really hard to take anything from anybody who's going to talk to you like you're a piece of dirt. So I told him, man, you got to change. You got to stop acting this way. And he didn't want to listen. And then I asked everyone on FaZe if I could bench him. They all told me yes. I asked Apathy. He said yes. Dito, for whatever reason, thought Parasite wasn't in the wrong at all, when the entire community seemed to agree with me with the decision. And, you know, after we picked up Damon, I knew it was time. You know, Parasite, he's a very stubborn guy. He doesn't like to admit when he's wrong for the most part, but he kind of knew where I was coming from without saying anything to me, and I knew that he understood what I was saying, and I decided to unbench him. You know, everything's been fine since then. Parasite, he seems to be a lot better. He's a lot better with an attitude, and he's happy that Damon's on the team as well, too, so it's pretty good. Well,
I heard you in the round 11 versus Optic Nation. You gave Parasite free reign. You said, Parasite, give us the strat. Is this something we're going to see more often in Search and Destroy? Is he your shot caller? How is this working out now that Damon is on the lineup?
Well, yeah, I think Damon's attitude is a lot better. I think he makes our team's morale a lot better. He's always calling out. He's always excited. I'm not sure if it's because he just got off EG and he just couldn't stand playing with them for months, and now he's finally got a fresh start. But as far as I'm concerned, the team's really happy. Everything seems to be clicking. We have a couple of mistakes we're making, especially in Search and Destroy, but I figure we're going to go over Search either today or tomorrow before our league matches with Parasite, And like you said before, Parasite kind of is our shot caller in game. He has a lot of knowledge, and if we all are just on the same page, it doesn't matter who calls the shots. As long as everyone understands their role, we're going to be okay. So I'm pretty sure we're going to figure it all out before Nashville.
Dito for Karma. Upgrade for FaZe?
100%, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to do the trade if I didn't see it as an upgrade. And on top of that, apparently Dito, he made a video saying he left FaZe, and it kind of sounded belittling towards us. It made it seem that, you know, FaZe was a problem and Dito's this hierarchy that deserves better. And, you know, if that's how he feels about it, then by all means, I don't want to have him on my team. If he wants to go to Evil Geniuses in place of Karma, then so be it. I think Karma's a great player. I think he adds a lot to our team. You got to show him his respect. He's a 2-time world champion. He's won multiple times throughout the past 2 games with Black Ops 2. He was probably the best player in that game. And now in Call of Duty Ghosts, he's won multiple tournaments. So you got to give him his respect. Parasite, another great player. And Apathy, he's my homie. I love that dude to death. So I'm really excited for the team. I'm really happy with the team, and I wanted this to happen.
All right, well, Censor, just kind of from someone on this side looking in, I can see that this team has the potential to blow up at any moment, just personality clashes. We've seen Karma get emotional in the past. We've definitely seen you and Parasite get emotional. Are you worried about the stability of this FaZe roster at all if the going gets tough and you guys have some underperforming placements?
I don't see us underperforming because it's gotten to the point where we had our worst placing of the entire year. I think Miap and Dito placed top 4 at every event we've been to. We had one event where Renato didn't show up and we got 5th, and then Renato and Formula team we got 5th again, which was kind of a bad placing, and then Dallas was rock bottom. I don't think we could go any lower than 9th through 12th. I'm crossing my fingers, knocking on wood, not trying to jinx ourselves, but we're taking this very seriously. Me and Apathy had really bad events at Dallas, and I don't think that would ever happen again. We're very serious about the team. Karma's very motivated and driven, and so is Parasite, so I can't see it happening, and if it did, me and Apathy kind of understood to take the higher road. Now we know what starts arguments and how to contribute to an argument, so we don't want to have too many personality clashes on the team. I know Karma and Parasite have a history, and it's kind of funny. We try to laugh it off whenever they try to argue with each other, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal, and we know how to work with it too.
All right, so you guys are prepared for it coming in. That's a good thing. Talk to me about the biggest improvements that you think will be made to the team with the addition of Karma. What does he bring to the table?
Versatility. Karma could do anything. He could do anything on any map with any gun. He can play any role. Whatever you need him to do, he's going to do it. If you want him to snipe in S&D and play picks, he'll do that. If you want him to rush with a smoke incog sub, he'll do that. If you want him to cut off a lane with an AR, he'll do that as well. So I think the biggest thing between Dito and Karma is that Dito is a little bit slower than Karma is, and I think Karma knows how to adapt a lot quicker and faster. So he works really well with me, Apathy, running around doing the objective, and Parasite just filling in a gap.
Do you see him, which of those 3 roles do you see him playing the most? Is it that aggressive sub, or are you going to look to him to bring out the AR a bit more on this FaZe team?
I think on like Octane Domination, he'll run an AR, but for the most part, I think Karma loves to run a sub. I think he likes to be aggressive. So for the most part, me, Damon, and Apathy are probably going to be really aggressive with some machine guns, and then Parasite will do whatever he needs to do, whether it's run an AR and play slow or pull out a sub to add more aggression at certain times in a map.
All right. I like it, man. I'm excited for the new team. Season 3, you guys are currently holding on to 4th place at 14-10. How high do you think you guys can place? Right now, Optic Nation is 2 matches ahead of you. Envy is 4 matches ahead of you, and Rise Nation 5 matches ahead of you. I
think we could get first. You know, don't count us out. There's still half a season left to play, and any team can catch fire at any point. We've had a couple of matches with subs. I think we went 0-2 one day using a sub. I think another day we went 1-1 using a sub, and then, you know, one day Dito didn't want to play with the sub. So we have a lot of losses where, you know, we had a sub in the mix or somebody couldn't play, and now we finally have our team together. Everyone's on the same page. We're all excited, and, you know, I honestly think we could win every match. You know, you have to have that attitude going into it. You have to be realist about it too, but at the end of the day, if you don't think you can win, you're not going to win. So I have a lot of confidence in the team.
Final question here. I know it's probably been discussed with some other people at MLG and other places, but is Karma able to stream? Do you know if that is a approved situation, or is he still waiting for his EG contract to expire?
I'm pretty sure he can't stream on MLG. I think he would have to stream on Twitch. So for the most part, Karma can't stream. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%. I haven't really asked the question, but I'm pretty sure.
Where can we watch your team then if it's not Karma stream?
Yeah, so you can watch my stream, mlg.tv/Censor, or Parasite/Parasite, and then Apathy/Apathy, all on mlg.tv.
Perfect, man. Well, best of luck with the new team. Your honest opinion on Evil Geniuses. Right now, they're sitting in 8th place after our Tuesday night matches.
You know, you can't count them out. They're obviously proven to be the best team over the course of the game, but I don't think Dito makes them better. I think Dito's a great player, but I don't think he's the player that EG needs. You could, you know, maybe they're going to prove me wrong. That's what Pat loves to do. I think he feeds off of that. I think he loves to prove people wrong. So, you know, obviously he's a smart kid. He knows what he's doing, but I honestly don't think it makes him a better team. I think they're slower, easier to beat. Yeah, I think Dito over Fears because Dito's a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more open-minded to plays, but for the most part, I think they're a lot easier to beat than what they used to be.
All right, well, we'll see. Is EG going to be stronger or weaker with the addition of Dito? Very nice to hear that you think FaZe is going to be much stronger with Karma. Yeah. I, for one, would agree with you. Any team that definitely. Karma is on seems to succeed. Censor, thank you so much for coming on the eSports Report, guys. You can find him on Twitter at FaZe_Censor. We're going to commercial break. When we come back, if you missed any of the Scuff Gaming showdowns, don't worry. I got the highlights from the matches on Tuesday and Monday, as well as all of the big matches from last night's Scuff Gaming Showdown, brought to you by Mr. X. We'll be right back.